draw a card, that's for sure. Alright guys, this is a card. If they don't have a counter spell, they lose the gene, they lose the turn, they cannot do much. And let's go for more colorless mana. Yeah, this is better. Alright, I mean that definitely helps. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today, terrifying the mirror that makes every control player dream come true. What is the dream? To not allow your opponent to even play the game, because we have time stop which ends the turn, and you can cast it at the upkeep, so they don't get the card, they cannot play literally anything that isn't an instant, and they don't even get the combat phase, so they cannot even attack you. And normally you pay 6 mana for this, however, in this particular deck you have discount from Mindsplice Apparatus, so that means you can get it down to 2 mana to get an extra turn, which is literally the time walk. You can use it also as a counter spell, because when you end the turn you exile all the effects from the stack, and you can counter abilities with this one as well. So this card is extremely powerful, and you know, every turn you are getting new oil counter, so even if you pass the turn on your opponent's side, it still benefits you because you get more powerful spells. We have 2 win cons and Exsanguinate and Outrageous Robbery. We have 1 of each, so they are more resistant to deadly cover up, so you don't lose your win con. And guys, what more to say? We want to see this in action, to not allow our opponent to play the game, and we can have all the fun for ourselves. So enjoy and have fun. Alright, we have some spam of Mindsplice Apparatus, but you know what? I believe we can fix it. We have time stop, which is really nice. Alright, so that should be a gene deck probably. Sorry, it's about the pet. Let's see if they hit Oculus on turn 1. Alright, good for us. I will take the blue mana. Alright, so we have a decent setup, however we don't have black mana, we don't have removal. This is our win con, we want to, we play 1, so we don't want to draw it in this kind of situation. Collector's Vault, alright, that's something different then. Alright, good draw, very good draw. And we also have 3 steps ahead mana, so I hope we can avoid our opponent playing anything super strong. This is Esper, very interesting. For some reason it feels like a reanimator. By the way, this art is so cool. Maybe I should use it. Alright, so our idea is to drop the apparatus, then drop another apparatus, and then go for some shenanigans. We need to pretend that we have a counter spell, because our opponent probably doesn't know if we have it or not. I mean, obviously, right? It's such like they have seen the end, so... Alright, so let's go with the Tome. And I think we might even drop the Mindsplice Apparatus right now. They have white, but they probably cannot do much with it. Alright, I'm dropping it like it's hot, and we see what happens. And I should honestly wait, because they will 100% open, or at least use the Great Door, which means that they will draw and discard a card. So I just gave them a piece of information that is super important for them. Like, they will use it, so I should do it in response after they do it. Not really in response, before the turn ends. So that was a slight misplay, not the biggest deal, but you know, you never want to give your opponent some, any kind of information that you don't have to. This will be one of the biggest turns of this game. Oh, and if they discarded this, that means, oh boy, that means they have answers. And this is instant, alright. It's only permanence, which is something I'm always sad about, that you cannot just have 4 or more types. You need permanence, so obviously it's harder to use in control decks. But that's it. We're close to time stop. If we draw a land, what are you? I see, so we definitely need to hit those counter spells soon. Time stop is a counter spell, but not really the one you want, you know? And I actually really want to drop second Mindsplice Apparatus. This is the version of the deck, sure. It hurts, but it's not the end of the world.
Surrender your mind to Phyrexia's will.
This is very interesting. Why did they go for... They have 1 mana. Into the Floodmaw, right? It has to be into the Floodmaw. Yep. Good for them, what can I say? Not much we can do about it. I mean, what can you do? Silver Scrutiny. You know what? This is the card we kinda like. So let's go. So they basically bought a full turn and they need to do it again. However, so they can cycle some cards, but they need a lot of mana and they need to keep hitting into the Floodmaw. And this is super mana efficient for them, but they still are burning through cards. And I keep playing clans, which is also important. So we develop, and hopefully they won't be able to. But I'm not sure. So far, everything is going according to their plan. So we'll see how much value they can chain one after another, because they're losing value on tempo. So we'll see. We'll see. You can already tell by hand size who has more value. And we didn't even start. They don't know about the time stop, so that's something. That can be kinda important. It's until end of turn, right? Until your next turn. Bro, can you stop like bouncing my stuff every single turn? Like, get your own, alright? And they want to get those permanents. Do I change what I want with Silver Scrutiny? It feels like a little bit clogged. But I will still take it. I am super greedy. So we will try. They want to use this Collector's Vault. Land is nice. And now they are prepared with a counter spell. What can you do? Man, this is crazy. Let's not attack. Very, very harsh game because they double bounce already. Alright. I have to drop it. They might go Omniscience, but we need to roll with it. I need one turn when they don't bounce my Mindsplice Apparatus, because it's going on since turn 4 and we are at turn 7, I think. They won't be able to cast the thing right now yet. I like the land on top. If we can get into time stops, it should make it so much easier. We can also go around Jace. Alright, is that the 4th one? It probably is, right? So they have land, they have artifact and enchantment. They need something else, maybe a creature? Alright, this is not a permanent, so they don't activate it. So they need to tap it. That means they cannot get the mana on the same turn, right? Because it's tapped land. And oh, I think they're not having answers, maybe. It feels like they're trying to find it, but they don't. I'm not sure how to play with time stop. We can do so much with this card. I think we'll use it as a counter spell. Is that already 4? Yep, it's already 4. By the way, you can counter... Oh man, they're actually going for this. 11, sure. So they want more mana.
No secret.
How much do they need to burn? 4. I don't see counter spells yet. So you can actually exile from stack everything. So it can time stop can counter abilities, like transformation, for example. But I think they can transform again, right? Alright, so now they can go infinite if they have the right cards. They have one single card. What is the last card? This is everything. This card needs to win the game. If that's Atraxa, are you... Oh my god. Stop! Get some help! Stop bouncing my Mindsplice Apparatus! Man, this is like the 4th time already. Enough! Alright. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. So, this is very interesting. You know what? I really like it. I think we can do some magic here. So we attack this. Alright, I think we'll still win, man. I think we'll actually win. So time stop is this. Let's go for the Tome. Oh man, this is such an interesting card, but it's not what we want right now. Because we will actually kill this without doing this kind of stuff. So we can cast this. Sure, they can go for... is that sorcery? Nope, it's not. So they will get all the mana, but they cannot get cards. Because right now, even if they draw and discard, they still have 0 cards. So they will draw 1 and they will discard 1. So there's nothing they can do really. Alright, that's the first one. Now we can attack with the fish. And they're losing Jace for free. That's how we do it. So they can cast every spell. I think we need to drop... Oh, we lack 1 mana. Do I go for another? No, I really want the time stop. Alright guys, I think I know. They will get this crazy turn, but right now the Great Door doesn't really do much, right? Because everything is for free unless they have like X stuff. Interesting. I guess they want to cycle cards. Right now they can do it. That's it. Alright. Man, maybe, finally, we'll get this Mindsplice Apparatus. We can also draw some cards with the Tome, which would be nice. I think we should get there. Man, we have so many counter spells, but we need this one turn, and I think we can win. Because this basically is a counter spell. So if they don't have win right now, alright, they won't get it anymore. Because we'll counter the rest of the spells probably. Alright. I don't see cavern, so no shenanigans possible. Alright, let's start doing those cards. Alright, with this I think we won the game. So what we will do is go Reef, then we go Mindsplice. We could get extra turn, but we don't need to. They only have one card. Which means whatever they will draw, we can always time stop it. And it basically exiles it from the deck. Sure. So they will try to find the perfect card, but it doesn't really matter. And every turn they are not doing stuff, we draw cards, and we have forced 3 steps ahead in the deck, and 1 negate, and also some time stops, I think 1 more. 1 or 2? 2. So yeah, we should be able to close this game, but man, this was really, really scary. That's the problem with this kind of decks. You can assemble the combo, but you also need the win con on top of the combo, and time to use it. So what we will do is go with this, because with this I think we can close the game extremely quickly. And I actually won't tap even. Okay, now we got 2 mana discount and suddenly time stop is insanely good. So we go for 3, 6. No, we can draw cards naturally. It will get better on the next turn. Oh! Okay, I thought I would be too slow. Let's go for this. And there's no way we can draw something. I think we go with this. We have 4 mana, so that should be enough. They didn't have counter spells so far, but yeah, I think that should be good enough. Oh, this is nice. Man, everything got exiled this game. Alright, this is our turn again. We get more stuff. We're close to killing them with Exsanguinate, but I think we're still not there, right? 5, 10, 15, so we can deal 13 damage, so it's 1 more turn. Let's take all the mana on this turn. Let's take New Hand, that should help win the game. So this is pretty powerful play. They might want to hit counter spell right now. Oh, alright, now we got our counter spells. I expected more than 1, but you know, it's fine, we'll take it. And now we say go. We don't really need Demolition Field right now. So they have still all the mana in the world, but there's nothing they can do with it. And the first spell will get countered. 1, 2, I don't think we need Reefs. Demolition Field will be as much as we need. Alright, man, this was so hard to close, but I think we're doing it. Yeah, whatever they have, it won't be enough, and we actually have way more counter spells in the deck, so we should get more and more powerful as the game goes. Even though they are doing 3 cards a turn. So basically they want to probably stack 3 game-winning cards in a row and play them on the same turn, but it will be very hard. Alright. Collector's Vault. Good card, but they still need to draw something that actually wins the game. And now we can punish them with this. I could make a copy of this, but it's not worth a counter spell. And I mean, we are winning on the next turn already. So you know what? I will go with Treasure, because as long as we can resolve all the spells on this turn, we are winning. Really? The Treasure? Like, the Treasure was the win code. Alright, I guess I'll take the win. However, we have quite a lot of removal. Really? Really? Alright, I will eat the pain. Unfortunately, it's either Mindsplice Apparatus or Tome. So if they have another discard like Duress, they will probably take the Tome. Honestly, I love it. I love it so much. Because there's no way they will have Terra Sunder on the next turn. Right. If I can draw 4 cards with this, I think we can win. Please don't. Don't touch it. Alright, fine. I'll take it. So right now we need to take all the cards from this. I mean, all the cards. We also have a counter spell, which is nice. And they don't know about it, so they probably will play this. And I'm not sure if I care about it. We can deadly cover up later, right? It's very slow. You know what? I think drawing card is way more important than this. Even land is good because we can start developing. I can do it on the next turn. This is such a nice mana though. I have Bitter Triumph, so as long as I can, you know, use the extra cards, we should be fine. This will be a very, like we need to do so much work here just to, you know, go through all the cards, but I think with those stones we can absolutely do it. We'll probably Virtue this. I could also Bitter Triumph and then Virtue, which gets rid of Slasher, but it's not amazing. We'll definitely take this then. I honestly think we draw card. Like, as we can get so many good answers if we want to. Alright, we didn't really get them, but that's fine. And now we can go for this. It is sorcery. So it slows it down less than if we use Bitter Triumph, but Bitter Triumph is so much better against Shrouded, and I think they might play it. 3 damage is fine, especially with the tomes. You can basically go to 1 and you can just life gain back later. So it's not a problem. And we have a counter spell, they don't know about it. Unholy Annex, their big card, they decided it's time to play it. Alright, and we decide it's time to counter it. However, there's still a lot of pressure, right? So we could play it in very interesting ways. We can go for Deadly Cover-Up and just assume that we'll draw into it. It's not a bad play, to be absolutely honest, but maybe we just draw with Double Tome. I could we can just get 3 damage. Listen, I think it's better. I think it's better. We can draw so many cards, we can life gain so much. I think they have a cut down, right? That had to be a cut down. So they have 4 remaining cards. One of them is dead. Now we will redraw with tomes. Like, this actually won't kill us in time because we will life gain a 4. And whatever they play, we should find the answer. Alright? Let's find. I think we should draw Deadly Cover-Up very soon. As you can see, not a big deal here. But I still would love. Listen, alright, guys. If I can play 4 time stops in a row, I can already win the game. But I don't think we'll go for it, right? We'll go for the throw this and then think about the next play. Did I play land? Yep, alright, good. So we don't need to draw right now. Alright, let's see. This is interesting. If they play something, I could time stop, but it's not worth yet. Because we want Mindsplice Apparatus. So we can go with this and see what happens. So the idea is that we'll do 3 cards before the next turn, we take 3 damage and that's fine. Moment we hit Mindsplice Apparatus and we get the discount, we win the game. Because we can start going with all the turns. Alright, you know what? I will try to kill them with infinite time stops. I'm not sure if it will work, but we are trying. And still no Deadly Cover-Up, which is... man, I'm happy we didn't go for this type of strategy. Barrens. I see, I see. You know what, let's go with the Barrens. Maybe we use it at some point. So we can get rid of both of the creatures. I think we leave the Dread Knight for now. I don't really need to do it, but I will still do it. And we want more mana, so we basically want to do time stop and something else. If they play something good, I might still time stop just to counter it. Yeah, we are taking full control over the game. Perfect. Perfect. So now we can anoint it. Yep, they can cut down something, but there's no point. And even though it's an exile effect, I don't really care about this one too much. And now we can get our last cards and get back to what, 11, 15, 12? And here it is. Here it is. As you can see, you can completely ignore this damage for the full game basically, especially with cards like this. Alright, Negate is amazing. Alright guys, I think they will scoop moment they see the Mindsplice Apparatus, like honestly. Right now they cannot do anything, they also lost the land because they try to be aggressive. We take the damage. We don't need to, but we will. Oh, that's the game plan. And we go with this. I want to make sure that they don't tear us under this, because it's super important that it stays. Alright, alright. We can start doing some real stuff. I think they will activate the cottage and then we will time stop. Alright, this will be pretty fun. Only 3 damage, sure. Alright, I'll take it. With this we can life gain quite a lot, so they need to start making plays. This should be pretty decent, right? We only take 3 damage, we counter this. 3, 5, so we have 3. Huh, I think we go for... Oh, I wanted to go for the treasure. Did I press it? Man, I pressed it one too much. So I wanted to make it talent. I completely messed it up. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. So what we will do here, they can go for the cottage. We could Exsanguinate right now, but I don't really love this play. I think we go for like 5 cards. 1, 2, and the rest. That should be enough. We will have 5 mana to answer everything, so even if we literally don't draw anything, it should be okay, kinda. And we probably want untapped land for this one turn. Alright guys, we can deadly cover up this one, that means they cannot kill us anymore. Yeah, this is good. So we go for deadly cover up, we get rid of the Dread Knights forever. And then we play the Tome into Negate probably. So let's go Apparatus into go for the Throat. As you can see, it takes a moment because we are not exactly hitting the cards we want, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's still go with the Dread Knight. I could go for the Annex. As you can see, they have the anti-standard hand, the classic one. If you want to, you can see the deck. And there is Shrouded and there are Duress. Elves. Interesting. A very high commitment to tempo, that's for sure. And we can make the Tome into a Negate. So whatever happens, I mean, we know that there's nothing to negate. They can deal some damage, and we'll scry at the end step, just to keep the life gain going. And probably next turn we go Exsanguinate and get all the life back, so we can fully stabilize. As you can see, this card really helps with this kind of scenarios. They are using everything they can to go for this lethal, because this is honestly their last chance. And even if we don't draw removal, it's still fine. And they have chosen the right target, so they want to go for the most expensive one. I don't have enough mana, so we just scry. Yep, here it is. One of the things. And because they have shorted, I will actually still play this card. Oh boy. So how much mana do I want? Let's go for 3, 5, 7. 7 should be good. And let's go for more colorless mana. Yeah, this is better. Alright, I mean, that definitely helps. And for a moment I thought I missed lethal. I don't care about lethal so much that I just didn't even pay attention. But as you can see, it's not a big deal. They are still going with the plan, but it won't work once we, fully stabilize. And we have Negate right now. And we can start doing cards. So as you can see with this setup, even if your draws don't align, you can always do something else. And suddenly we're at 12, so we're in no danger of dying. Sure. And we can also use the Barrens to finish the game if we want. Honestly, we'll go for the Sewers because we want to draw with the Tome. I mean, one should be enough. One should be enough. I guess I could go Virtue, but I think we can use all the mana to draw cards, and that should be better. Our opponent is absolutely helpless right now, they cannot really do anything, and their full hand is removal, which is one of the good things about Control. You basically render half of their deck instantly completely like useless. Will they attack? Yep, they cannot even attack because we'll just make double fish. Alright, so we will start with the tomes and see where we go with it. I don't need full control for this one, thank you. Alright, so we'll see. We don't have removal and we are on the draw, so this is a really hard spot. However, I think we can recover. Alright, our really good mana screwed. I'm not in love with this. Man, you know what? I'm not playing lands until they draw theirs. Alright, we're not using anything. We're going cheers. We will have this game in a normal way. I'm not playing the game until Shuffler decides to fix this guy's draw, alright? If we have to, we will start discarding cards. Alright. Well, Shuffler is just doing work. I need to think what I discard. I will go with removal, honestly. And we will start playing when this guy draws land. Alright? Sure. I guess we'll just do whatever. I'm not playing until he draws a land. We'll see how much Shuffle wanted him to lose. It's 12 cards into the deck. You know, we'll just both keep discarding. If that's the Shuffler verdict, we will try to make justice if the Shuffler cannot. Let's go Demolition Field, we don't need them. This will be probably the second discard. No way! Like, when Shuffler wants you to not draw a land, you ain't getting a land. Alright guys, we are going first, we have double apparatus, so definitely not the part we love. However, I mean with the tome we should be fine. We will probably draw into something because, oh boy, we need to hit some Heartfire heroes. And man, I cannot even play Tome on the play because it's too slow. Oh boy. So, this will be harsh. This drop is something that needs to go through. Alright, I love it. Honestly, I think we go 3 steps ahead. But I'm not sure if we are going for the land or cards. We can go both. Oh boy, really should... Yeah, let's go. We can draw land naturally. This is super important that we get rid of this. Alright. I think this is the moment to try to hit the 4th land. We got mana screwed. Let's see our opponent having land. Easy. Alright. Now we go double upkeep stop. We cannot miss this turn. Thank you. Thank you for being a good entity, Shuffler. So, we go for land. We absolutely passed the turn, and I think we won the game. This was very scary. So the game is not fully crazy over, but it's close to. We also have, yeah, our opponent knows exactly. Like, man, this was really a rough start, but once you get going, they have nothing. I mean, they're also on the play, so if they have good draw, they can do some magic maybe. Let's go for the Reef. Because right now we cannot respond to anything, we're just, you know, too slow. Oh, it's a Reanimator, so if they hit Oculus right now... Alright, I guess with Opt... Is that... this feels weird, maybe it's like Omniscience deck or something. Do I want to go for the Tome? I honestly kinda do. We won't activate Counterspell, but I don't think one Counterspell will win the game on its own. Like, not in this setup, so I think it's okay, and we'll try to draw some cards. We also need lands. I'm thinking about hitting land with this, but I'm not sure. Alright, they will draw an extra card, so that's a decent deal, but not crazy one. And we are both kinda struggling here. Prankster, sure. Let's see the card. Oh, they hit the big stuff. Alright, which means we cannot tap. I will actually go for it in case they want to bounce stuff. Man, this was a very bad draw. I'm happy I didn't get it. Alright, so we will probably Anoint with Affliction and hope that it goes through. I wonder if they will take Oculus or Jean. And how much mana they will pay. Probably one, right? Helping Hand is always better in this kind of situation. They only have one white mana, but they don't need more. Like, all the interaction spells are blue, so you just need white mana to, you know, reanimate, and then the rest is blue. Well, the perfect one. So there is not much you can do here. You will just, you know, play your spell and hope it's enough. And I have to play it right now. So, who is better at Magic? Is our opponent good and he drew a counter spell? Or am I good and he didn't draw a counter spell? Alright, we got rid of the Oculus. That really helps. And I might get mana. You know what? I will actually maybe even double scry. Okay, this is huge. Hitting land is insanely important. And you can see why the tome is so good. It's just extremely flexible. Alright. Also, if they want to bounce it, they reset the counter, so that's not very good for them. They really don't want to do it unless they are sure that they can out-tempo us. So I think I will just stay with counter spells and try to draw some cards with the tome, and we go from there. Alright, this is good. Even though it helps them, if they make another play, I will actually change it and go for Apparatus. Well, the Into the Floodmaw is kinda annoying. Like, not gonna lie. Okay. Yeah, I think if they tap fully, I might go for Apparatus just for the small discount. And we can counter it, right? So we can try to defend. Yeah, let's go for it. Not sure if that will be absolute best decision of my life, but maybe. It might be. And they need to start with this. This also costs them 1 mana, so it's, you know, 25% of their whole mana base. Or 20. Right now only 20. So they will start with this, and they will see if we play something. Huh. Really? This one is interesting. I guess I just go with small counter spell. Like, obviously our opponent has something in mind. And we only have 1 mana discount, so, you know, we need to be careful with our plays. Alright. Alright. If you insist, my friend. And thanks to Apparatus, we actually were able to make this play. Alright. We're disassembling this guy slowly but surely, and right now Into the Floodmaw is too late, too weak. I think they were greedy and hoped for a better deal, and they didn't realize that even 1 oil counter is enough to basically out-tempo them. Because we were able to double counter spell thanks to this discount. And now we have 2. Alright. We'll definitely draw some cards with the tome. And don't forget, this has flash, so if they bounce it right now into open mana, we can replay it instantly. So now they kinda cannot do this. Jean. Well, this is the moment to draw a card, that's for sure. Oh my god, this... Alright guys, this is a card. If they don't have a counter spell, they lose the Jean, they lose the turn, they cannot do much. Oh man, this was such a clutch draw. I have to say, this was amazing top deck. And you can see that the tome is really doing work. Right, we can surveil. Perfect. Very good, good play for us. I don't really want to go with the Reef, honestly. I just want to draw cards with the tome. We will be aggressive if we can go double Reef, probably. Our opponent can also bounce it, right? Because this one is creature. It doesn't have to be non-land. So yeah, if we attack with this, they bounce it, we lose 5 mana, and we have tapped land for the next turn. So it's very slow, and it's not something that will kill them, probably. Alright, against Oculus, we might go for the Leak of Wrath. Alright, here it is. They drew it, but I think we can fight against this, especially with the Leak of Wrath. It's only 2 mana, but we cannot go for a Virtue, even if we draw a land. Alright, so what do they have? Maybe they want to tempo us on one of the turns? But this is such a bad turn to do this. Like, we're gonna replay instantly and go for the tome. I will absolutely take it. But we... They don't have counters, but so now we can draw. In case we draw something that is, you know, good to cast right now, like even Negate. Alright, we're not getting it, so that means it gets bounced, we get a fish. And now we replay it. So even though they reset the counters, it's not slowing us down super hard. Alright, we'll probably deadly cover up anyway. Because it's 2 creatures in one, and one of them could be Oculus, it could be Jin, you know, this kind of stuff. By the way, if you see that, for example, the second card that they discarded is like Jin or Oculus, that means this one is a creature, because they had to get 2. Otherwise they would never get rid of it. So, you know, just a neat trick. I mean, let's go with this. I can Demolition Field, but nothing more. If I attack with Reef, I don't have enough for the cover up, so we won't exile, unfortunately. I guess we could take 1 hit, right? You know what? I really love this play. So we can set it up for the future turns with Virtue. We can start stealing Oculus, and then we can deadly cover up Oculus if we want, and then I guess we will start to get Jin. They shouldn't be able to make a Leaf Art. They only have 10 cards. 1, 2, yeah, they can deal like probably 6 damage if that's a Jin. Alright, that's fine. That was their last card. They have nothing more. This is 1 random card, so they shouldn't get any value here. Alright, I think we are winning this. Man, this took way longer than I thought it will. They're going all in. They are going full all in. Yeah, and they will have literally 0 board and 0 value, and we'll have all of it. And you know what? I will send a message. It's important. We need to show, you know, that the Fish of Doom is always scary. Right, never mind. Alright, it could be epic. It wasn't. So let's go for this one. And I cannot play this. Alright. Let's go. And honestly, let's go for what? 4, 6 cards. This should be enough. A new hand, I think that should be enough to win the game. Alright, man, I'm so happy. This was such a hard game, early game, but as you can see, we can outvalue them super hard. And at some point they need to go all in with the Oculus, the last Oculus, and if you sweep this, they don't have much. Like, it's not a control deck after all. It's still, you know, like an aggro tempo deck. It seems that the Scry was pretty hard for them. Right, yeah, it is a game. Like, I don't think there's any chance they will come back. Yep. I expected them to scoop, so that's why I was waiting. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. This was absolute back and forth game. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed all the fun we had today and all the turns that were stopped before they should. This definitely is the type of deck I love to play, and probably one of the best ways to use time stop, just because of the, you know, Mindsplice Apparatus discount. This makes the card so much better, and I mean, Time Walk is known to be a pretty decent card, so if we can have 2 mana, take an extra turn, it seems pretty decent. Also, the fact that you can use it as counter spells, especially against non-blue decks, means that you can actually go with, what, 5, 9 counter spells, which really gives you advantage over other builds, you know, just having extra effects like this, and you can go for some interesting plays. So, for example, you can counter, I'm pretty sure, you can counter Atraxa that is cast with Cavern of Souls, because you actually don't counter anything, you just exile everything on the stack, so, you know, Atraxa is not summoned, because it's, you know, the turn ended, nothing special. So this effect is extremely powerful in many ways. So yeah, before we start talking about the deck, because it's Dimir, alright, it's risky, really thank you to all the patrons that are supporting the channel and, you know, allow this content to happen. I think we all enjoy decks like this, so I hope you guys are having a blast. So really thank you for being cool. And yeah, about the deck, one thing that I have to mention, Mazemind Tome has 0 interaction with the whole deck. You should be playing like Augury, you should be playing Impulse, this kind of stuff that gets discounted with the apparatus, but Mazemind Tome, alright, I just have to play it. And the other thing, this is extremely nice life gain, and you have seen in today's video, it actually makes so much difference. We only have life gain in Exsanguinate and Mazemind Tome and 1 Virtue. That's all the life gain, and it has to do for the whole game. So I really think that even though it doesn't have synergy, it's such a good card, and it gives you so much resilience against, like, you know, this last lightning strike just killing you, and you can start activating it for free. So in a way, you don't need to pay what, 8-10 mana in total to draw 4 cards. You can just pay 2 mana for Scry 4. It's a pretty strong effect, especially that you life gain 4 on top of this. So if you are getting pressure, and this is something I really like about the card, and that's why I'm such a fan of it. Basically, you need to gauge how much value you need during the game. This is your decision, and if you gauge correctly, you will win the game, alright, very often. Just because you know that you don't need more cards, you need more tempo. If you need more cards, you need to start playing slower. So you guess the idea. I'm probably too excited for a card that literally draws cards and nothing else, but it's actually really helping the whole archetype, in my opinion. So yeah, about the results and all of this stuff, even though I like the deck super much, of course, if you are on the draw with, you know, against red decks, you will die unless you draw removal. And we actually have quite a lot of cards that aren't removal. Like even Robbery and Exsanguinate, Time Stop, and even Deadly Cover-Up. Even though it's a sweeper, it's a, you know, it's a 5 mana sweeper. So on the draw, it feels like forever to cast it. And we're still trying to have some counter spells. It can get rough. We need enough card though to just keep up with more value pack decks. So we still need, you know, Scrutiny. And I mean, you need to draw this removal, alright? If you don't, you will lose. If you draw it, you are winning. So, you know, the usual deal. So I went like 45% win rate. So, you know, it's close to 50% probably, you know, give or take. And yeah, I wish it was higher, but I still love Dimir, so I hope it will be the same for you. So yeah, that's my experience with the deck. I hope you liked it, and see you guys tomorrow.